Victoria? What happened? Victoria, it's Scott. Can you hear me? What happened to her?
Oh, I know she passed out at a party. They couldn't bring her to, so they called us. Looks like she was mixing alcohol with drugs.
I didn't know you were here.
Hi. I was upstairs with Kelly.
Good.
Uh-huh.
How does she seem?
We talked for a little while. I think it's a real difficult time for her.
She's a strong lady. All my children are very proud of them. Strawberries and cream.
Sudden, unaccountable urge. I saw them in the fridge. I couldn't resist.
I've never known you to do that. I don't remember that at all.
I do it all the time. You just don't know.
You do?
Especially late at night. They taste better that way. You want some? Come on.
Not me. No, thank you.
You used to eat these with me.
Well, that was a long time ago before I heard about cholesterol and things like that. I mean, bodies change. Not mine, of course.
No, never.
Never.
And things change.
I know. As I came down the stairs, I flashback 15 years. Had a rush of happiness thinking that all my children were under the same roof once again.
The family's coming back together. You know, slowly. But at least they are. I miss Mason.
We all do. Something on your mind?
How'd you know?
I guess I remember when we used to sit here late at night eating strawberries and cream and talk late into the night. Something was bothering you, and is something wrong?
I just need to talk to you, that's all.
Where's Chip? Is he all right?
Oh, yes, Cruz. Yes, he is. This had nothing to do with him. He's at my house, and he's perfectly fine.
Well, that's great. Listen, I want to pick him up. So would you do me a favor and call who's ever looking after him and let them know that I'll be coming over?
Well, I think that's premature. Why don't we wait and see how Victoria is?
Victoria has been admitted.
Well, I have a full staff. They're taking excellent care of the boy.
Well, just the same, he is my son, and I think he belongs with me, so...
I think he belongs with whomever his mother says. It's her decision to make.
Excuse me, I don't want to argue with you about this, but unless she's released tonight, I'm going to pick him up and take him home. Now, you can talk to her about it all you want, but that's the way it's going to be.
Come on now. Whatever it is, come out with it.
Well, this has nothing to do with you. That's the hardest part. I can't stay at Capital Enterprises.
Oh. Why?
Well, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, and I've decided that I really need something that's going to really occupy me, you know? I mean, not just my mind, but my heart, and, you know, something to really keep my mind off of us trying to have a baby.
Sweetheart, you're not still concerned about Cruz's relationship with Chip, are you? I mean, you've been handling that remarkably well.
Well, I mean, you know how hard I've tried, and I'm really happy to know that I succeeded in your eyes. I think I really was jealous for a very long time, and that's over.
Good. Because that's a dangerous thing, especially when it's involved with a child.
Well, I was wrong. I know that now.
Okay. Tell me something. What are you proposing,
Well, I don't know, except that I really want to do something that's going to be special to me. You know, something that I really feel like I make a difference. You know, something that's mine.
Well, all right. I can understand that. I'm not hurt you leaving. I really am not. I understand it. I mean, you went into that thing to see what you can do in the world of business, and it's not a passion with you. Well, not like it is with me.
Yeah,
anyway.
but I really wish it was. I want to find something like that.
Honey, people go through their whole lives not having an idea what they want to do. Do you have an inkling of what you like?
Well, not really.
Not really. You are gonna... Come on. You're gonna leave Capital Enterprise. You haven't got a thought of where you want to go?
Well, I know that I think that, well, I would find something. I just have to start looking.
All right. So whatever you decide, it's all right with me, as long as it makes you happy. I'm sure Cruz will feel the same way.
I don't know how lucky I was to have both of you.
We're all lucky, sweetheart. We have a good solid foundation to back us up. That we have. They're few and far between, but we got them, thank God.
I think that leads us to the topic of you and Mama. How are you doing?
It didn't have to lead us to that topic, now did it? You just brought it up that way.
I kind of
Yes, you thought you would somehow.
How are you doing?
Well, we're making what I would call, cautious progress.
I know she stayed the night a couple nights. I mean, I hope that's a good sign.
Well, I think it is, too, but, your mother refuses to be rushed into anything, and she won't move back. She keeps saying that she needs more time, and, the more time she takes, it, makes me feel a little bit uneasy.
Daddy, I think she does that because she's uneasy. I think that she's going to move back here permanently, for good, I bet.
What makes you so sure? Did you talk to her?
No. It's women's intuition.
Okay, Doc. I think you're right, but if that's the case, why hasn't she agreed to cancel the divorce? I gotta tell you something. I don't know. It seems, she's actually toying with the idea of going through this whole thing. And, if that's what's going to happen, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle it.
Surgery.
I would have recommended it originally. That second accident you had probably re-injured this vertebra.
Well, are you sure it's absolutely necessary?
It is, if you want to end the chronic pain you've been complaining of.
I do, but the thought of surgery is really scary to me.
It shouldn't be. I'll be performing it, and believe me, you couldn't be in better hands.
Doctor, didn't you say you would give me something for pain?
Yes, I'll talk to the floor nurse about it right now.
I hope it'll be the same thing that I got before. It seemed to be the only thing that worked. I've been taking Paradon.
You've been on Paradon? For a month?
Yeah.
I don't think you need anything that strong.
Is Dr. Clark here? I didn't see him.
Are you asking for a second opinion from Dr. Clark?
No. He's a friend of mine. He's familiar with my case.
I'll be glad to ask an orthopedist to stop by. You're wise to ask for a second opinion, but only from a qualified physician. Dr. Clark is merely a resident. Is there something else?
Yes, a friend of mine, Major Hamilton, brought me in here. He's worried. Could I see him?
Yes. just for a few minutes.
Thank you. Oh, excuse me. What's your name?
The name is Donnelly. Now, you just rest, be quiet. Everything's going to be all right. Just fine. Dr. Clark, I'd like to talk to you.
Well, I was looking for you, too. How's Victoria?
We have a woman in there that has a rather serious problem, thanks to you.
Excuse me?
What were you thinking about, Doctor? You knew she had a history of drug abuse, and yet you went ahead and prescribed Peridon?
I discussed this with Dr. Garfield, and we decided on a controlled, limited...
Limited to what?
That was it.
She's been on it ever since she got out of the hospital.
The prescription was for
and
less
she
than a
wouldn't
week.
have had the problem in the first place if you'd operated on her back. If this represents Dr. Garfield's input, it only confirms the already low opinion I have of him.
Dr. Garfield is one of the best surgeons I've ever worked with.
Is that so? One of the best?
Yes.
Well, it doesn't say much for your experience, does it? Now, let's cut this short. I want you to prepare the OR for Miss Lane's surgery.
You're gonna operate on her now? Don't you think that's pushing it a little bit?
Dr. Clark, I don't even have the faintest recollection of asking you to consult with me. Only to do as you're told. Dr. Garfield may need your dubious medical opinion to bolster his own shaky diagnoses, but believe me, I do not. And if you do it again, you won't be around this hospital for very much longer.
Orderly, report to room 217.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Well, this just looks so good, I brought a few more along in case you wanted a refill, that's all.
Okay.
You buy that one, I'll sell you another bridge.
I wondered who was down here.
Hey, sweetheart.
Join us.
Yes.
Dinner at Wimbledon?
No, we're having strawberries together.
Yeah, why don't you have some?
No, thanks, but I'll sit here with you.
Oh, good.
Leave the candy sticks just one.
Two daughters back with me. Oh, this is wonderful. Can't tell you how good it makes me feel.
You'll always have us, Daddy.
We were talking about Mama.
Well, she'll be back soon, too, Daddy. You just have to fight for her so hard that she'll realize she has to come home.
Well, the final decree is almost upon us, and she hasn't made that decision yet. I don't know if there's enough time.
Make it enough time. Mama doesn't want this divorce.
I know she doesn't either.
So talk her out of it.
Don't you think I've tried?
And what have you always told us about trying? That it's no good unless it succeeds.
Baby, your mother's made it very clear that she likes her freedom the way it is. It's very important if she's willing to give it up. I'm trying to convince her she doesn't have to give it up. I don't know how to do it, that's all.
You know, when Cruz doesn't really exactly agree with me, he still lets me do what I think is best. Because he knows it's really the best way. I think that's just what Mama wants. The freedom to make her own choices.
I thought I did that, honey. Apparently I was wrong. I let my pride get in my way, and that's a terrible thing. And a terrible mistake. I'll tell you both something. If a person doesn't have someone to love in his life, life just becomes kind of a series of empty moments, you know what I mean? Nothing is better than sharing your life with someone you love. Nothing.
What do you want?
I've got good news, TJ. So you gonna ask me in or what?
Not for long, all right?
Hey, I don't want to be roommates. I just don't want to conduct business on the street, all right?
Well, I was in the shower, all right?
All right. When you like the things that you like and want the things you want, I guess you got to take a lot of showers,
Right, yeah. So what's the good news?
It's your lucky day, pal. You finally hit one.
What? My horse?
Yeah, Easy Rider came in.
All right.
12 to 1. Now hold on to that, all right? And try and stay out of jail.
Wait, how'd you know I was in jail, man?
I got friends all over the place, man. I hear all kinds of things. You know, I'm a little disappointed in you. I got to tell you that, because I heard that you were really cleaning up your act. The next thing I hear, you're in jail.
Yeah, it's very interesting, man. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you cut the sermon and take this?
What? You don't want the money?
I want you to put it on Kelly's lad.
On the nose. You know, you're nuts. Just how many times does a horse have to lose for you?
Hey.
Before you quit betting on it.
Ain't gonna lose, brother. My luck's about to change.
Why don't you level with me, Victoria? You've been taking Paradon, even after I changed your prescription, even after I told you didn't need it anymore.
You were wrong. I didn't need it. Besides, I didn't take it.
Victoria, why waste time lying to me? I've got the lab reports right here. Now, where did you get the pills? You can't get them without a prescription.
Scott, I was in so much pain. I had to do something. Those pills that you gave me, they didn't do anything.
So you got them on the streets, and then you mixed them with alcohol. Do you realize how crazy that is? You could have killed yourself.
I only took one pill. I only had one glass of champagne.
That is like saying that you only put one bullet in your head. And you're not even being honest with me about that. Victoria, with the drug and alcohol content in your bloodstream, you are lucky to be alive right now. I mean it. Now tell me where you got the pills.
I guess I had more left when I asked you for the refill.
You're still lying to me.
No, I'm not lying to you.
Look, I give up, all right? It doesn't matter what you say to me anymore, Victoria. It's the fact that you're lying to yourself.
I
You
swear
were
I'm
hooked
not.
on these, just as badly as you were hooked on cocaine. Now, the sooner that you admit that to yourself, the sooner that you can start getting help.
I'm just so glad you're all right. I can't tell you how frightened I was when we couldn't revive you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I've been overdoing it a little.
You have got to take better care of yourself, Victoria. You push yourself too hard. All that cooking, all the preparation for the party. I told you I didn't think you were up to that much.
Yeah, I wanted to do it for you. I wanted everything to be nice for you.
Well, it isn't very nice for me having you back in the hospital. Anyway, once you're out of here, I am going to make sure you get the proper rest.
Philip, it's just that the pain gets so bad sometimes. Sometimes I just feel like I want to die, and they won't give me anything in here. Maybe you could talk to somebody, please.
Victoria, I will. I'll
Thank you.
talk to Dr. Donnelly or to Scott.
No, not to Scott.
Why not?
Well, he's really against painkillers, and he thinks that I'm hooked on these drugs or something. You know, if he gets back to Cruz, he could get the wrong impression, and he could try to take the baby away from me, and I don't want that to happen, please.
Did you know that Cruz is outside in the waiting room right now?
What?
He wants to take Chip home with him while you're in the hospital.
No, don't let him do that, please. Don't let him take the baby away. You take the baby home with you, please.
Oh, Victoria, I'm hardly qualified.
No, you have a full staff. Kai would help everybody. It would be fine.
Yes, I do, of
Don't
course.
let him take the baby, please. Don't.
Well,
Please.
Major Hamilton, we're going to have to get her prepped for surgery now.
surgery?
Oh, Dr. Donnelly says there's nothing to worry about, just some minor surgery on my back. I guess it happened when I had the first accident. I should have had it done then.
Just minor surgery.
To me, no important surgery is minor, but there's nothing to worry about. She's in very expert hands here.
Well, it looks like you'll be in the hospital longer than we thought,
Yes,
won't you?
Several weeks.
Philip, that makes it all the more important that you take care of this matter with Chip, please. It's the last thing that I'll ask you to do for me, please.
Oh, no. It won't be the last thing I do for you.
Well, I wouldn't blame you if it was. I've been in enough trouble already.
Major?
Don't you worry, Victoria. I'll take care of everything. Just the way you want it.
Thank you.
She is going to be all right, isn't she?
She's going to be fine.
I had no idea they were planning to operate on her.
Well, we want to solve this back problem of hers and end the pain she's been having.
Yes, she asked me to speak to you about some relief for that.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it.
Thank you.
Dr. Douglas, report to OR stat. Dr. Douglas, report to OR stat.
Heather.
Dan's telephone line 621.
Glad I ran into you.
Why, what's up?
Because I know how much you enjoy watching me perform surgery, and you have a golden opportunity right now.
Daddy, I'm going to have to pass. I have patients of my own.
You're going to be missing a great chance to watch the master at work, something we can't get out of books.
You know, I really wish that I could convince you that I'm not some little candy striper wandering the halls looking for someone to teach me. Daddy, I'm a working doctor, and I'm a good one.
Too good to learn from someone who's better than you are?
Nurse Janine, telephone
Really
line
something
4.
else. You know, just for your information, I'm assisting on a liver transplant. And it's really too bad that you can't watch me, because you just might learn something yourself.
Oh, that's my little girl.
Nurse Hedrick, report to ICU.
Well, I don't know what happened exactly, but she's here in the hospital now, and they're sending her in for surgery. Could you meet me here? Great. Okay, I'll be waiting for you, darling. Be safe. Yeah. Scott, how's Tori?
Well, she'll be going into surgery in a few minutes, Cruz.
Well, what's wrong with her? Why?
Well, it's a combination of things. Stress, pain, exhaustion, the initial injury she sustained combined with the fender bender she had a week ago.
Mm-hmm. So you'll be doing the operation?
No, Dr. Donnelly will. He feels that she should have had that last time she was here.
And you do not feel that way?
I didn't say that.
Well, do you agree with him? I mean, it's a serious thing.
Cruz, Dr. Donnelly is the head of surgery.
Yeah. How long is she likely to be in the hospital?
Well, that's hard to say. I mean, there's a number of different factors.
Look, Scott, I don't want to put you on the spot here, but if there's something going on here that I need to know about it, please let me know, you know?
No, look, she'll be out within a few weeks.
They're taking her to surgery in a little while.
Yeah, I just heard that. Can I see her for a minute?
Yeah, but just a minute, all right?
That's all I need, thanks.
How did she seem to you when you saw her?
Oh, very disturbed and frightened, I think. She's also in a lot of pain.
Well, I hope we can take care of that now.
I hope so, too. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard for her to deal with after the operation.
Yeah, I know. But either way, I think she's going to probably need help.
What kind of help, Doctor?
Hi, baby. I saw you light on. I thought I'd say goodnight again.
I'm glad you did.
You need anything?
I need a hug.
A hug? Oh, that's so easy. Give me that. I am so glad to have you home. I cannot tell you.
I'm glad to be here. It makes me feel secure.
Well, you are secure. And you're welcome as long as you want. Do you want to talk before you turn in? You sure?
I just need to do a lot of thinking, try and make some decisions.
That I understand. Well, I'll be up for a while if you want to. Okay? Sleep well. Sweet dreams. I love you.
Good night. What are you doing?
Hi.
Are you crazy? You could have broken your neck climbing all the way up
Yeah,
here.
well, what's a broken neck when you want to see something?
Absolutely unnecessary. We have a front door, you know?
Yeah, but definitely not as romantic.
I remember when you did this on our wedding day.
Yeah, you were angry with me then as well.
Yes, of course I was. You weren't supposed to see me until I walked down the aisle.
I know, I couldn't wait. But, you know, as I seem to remember, you seemed pretty glad to see me anyway. Yes?
Yes, I was.
You weren't really going to hit me with that thing, were you? Huh?
I didn't know who it was. You scared me half to death.
Well, I'm sorry for that, but this is for you.
It's beautiful.
And so are you.
I feel like Rapunzel or something.
Rapunzel, that's good.
I still can't believe you climbed all the way up here.
Yeah, well, you know, I couldn't very well stand out there looking up at your window for the rest of my life, could I?
How long have you been there?
A couple of hours since it got dark. Actually, I have been out there for the past 2 nights in a row, just watching you. I wanted to come up and see you, but...
Why didn't you?
I didn't know what to say. Anyway, so tonight I saw Eden out there, and she convinced me that I was stupid about this, so... I don't know, I came in.
Jeffrey,
Look, I don't have any expectations, Kelly. That's not why I did this. I know. Hey, I know what you're going through, believe me. Believe that. And I don't mean to crowd you now. I wanted to see you, you know? Let's see you smile. But I had an impulse, so I followed it. You can't blame me for that, can you?
No.
You know, I feel a bit like Romeo here. I half expect your father to come charging in here and toss me out of my ear in any minute.
You won't. Jeffrey, where are you going?
Meet me in the gazebo, no strings. Just be there.
Dr. Dan's telephone line 621. Dr. Dan's telephone line 621.
You don't have to worry about your father. Doesn't matter whether he knows about us or not. As of today, I'm on the top of his hit list.
Why? What'd you do?
Why do you assume I did something, Heather?
What happened?
I questioned a decision the great God Donnelly made.
About Victoria?
Yes, and I still question it.
If you apologize to him, it'll make...
Apologize? Heather, he insulted me and Dr. Garfield for not operating originally, and I still stand by that decision. Now, I think he's acting too fast. The man is knife happy.
Look, Scott, he may be an impossible human being, but he's been a surgeon for a lot of years, and he's a good one. He knows what he's doing.
Heather, that doesn't make him infallible. He could still be wrong.
Do you ever think that maybe he could be right?
The blood workup shows that Victoria was taking alcohol and Peridon. Now, I feel that we should wait a little while because there's always a possibility that the back could respond to PT.
Do you think that Victoria has a drug
No,
problem?
I don't think. I know it. I gave her a prescription of Peridon for less than a week after she got out of the hospital. But she's been getting it from somewhere for over a month now. I've already confronted her about it, but she's in denial right now. I may need your help with an intervention after the surgery.
Absolutely. Scott, she was obviously taking the drugs because she was still in pain.
Well, it may have started out that way, but now she's hooked. Oh, that's another thing your father blames me for. You name it, I'm to blame as far as he's concerned.
I told you not to fight him, Scott.
I can't help it. It's just so outrageous. The man is so arrogant. And please don't tell me not to fight for what I believe in.
It's showtime, Dr. Clark. You'll be assisting me on Victoria Lane's surgery.
Me?
Yes. You obviously have more to learn about spinal surgery than anyone else in the surgical rotation, and I believe in starting where the need is greatest. OR3, Doctor. Oh, yes. And my scrub requirements differ from those of my predecessor. Start now.
Dr. Patton. Dr. Patton to X-ray. Dr. Patton.
Scott, why don't you just keep your mouth shut and watch?
Why? I don't understand why.
Look, if something should happen to me...
Why are you saying that? Nothing is going to happen to you.
But even so, if something does, the Major is aware that you will have custody of Chip.
In that case, why can't he stay with me while you're getting well? That's the most logical thing in the world.
Because I am so tired of having him shuffled around. He is used to the Major's house, and I think that's
Tori,
where he
I don't
should
see what
stay.
a house has to do with it. We're not talking about a place here. We're talking about the quality of care, about
Yes,
who should do that
The Major
best.
has a large staff, and they're all crazy about Chip.
Why are you doing this?
I told you why I'm doing this.
Yes, you told me, and it makes no sense. He stayed with me before. There was not a problem. Now, what is different about this time? Is there been some big change?
I don't want to argue about this. I'm tired of having to fight about this.
Well, I don't want to fight about it either, believe me, but I'm not going to walk away from what I think is best for Chip. He's my son.
And he lives with me, and we are going to be spending time at Philip's house.
Look, Tori, it's your business where you live.
And it's my business where I leave my child when I cannot be with him.
Maybe it's because you haven't spent time around the two of us together. He feels very comfortable with me. We get along tremendously well. I'm sure he would prefer to be with me rather than with the Major or someone on the Major's staff.
Cruz, I don't want to argue with you. I want to go into surgery and know that my child is well taken care of.
Miss Lane, we're ready to take you down now.
Thank you.
Dr. McLaughlin,
Philip,
Dr. Jack McLaughlin, report.
I want to know what's going on.
What, exactly?
I can't get a straight answer out of Tori. I want to know why I'm being shut out of this.
I'm only respecting her wishes. Now, it seems to me that you would want to do the same thing, particularly at a time like this.
I think Victoria is in good hands. I am concerned about my son.
She wants Chip to stay with me. I've offered to keep him.
It seems to me you've gone beyond offering. You seem to be insisting.
Because that's what she wants.
Chip doesn't even know who you are. Does that bother you at all? He couldn't possibly feel as comfortable with you as he would with his own father.
Look, Cruz, I understand how you feel. I don't even disagree with you. But Victoria's wishes are the only ones that matter here. Now, as I understand it, you have no legal claim, and she has every right to leave that boy with whomever she pleases. I'm sorry, but that is how it is.
No, a curved hemostat.
Sorry, Doctor.
Thank you. Now, Dr. Clark, you see here, this tiny piece of cartilage. That's the problem. Now, watch closely. Hold that. And I will show you exactly what we will do about that. All right, there we are. You see, Dr. Clark, surgery is an art. Too many doctors don't know that. They see themselves as skilled craftsmen. But I say this requires a great deal more than skill. Scalpel. Thank you. Now, the same skills that enable a man to build a wall do not necessarily enable him to sculpt like Michelangelo, do they? Now, there. The patient is not at risk when the surgeon is accomplishing his art. Oh, by the way, just tell me if I'm going too fast for you. Back. And hold that.
Jeffrey?
See that? Look at the tree.
Dear.
Yeah.
You?
I saw her last night, too, but she ran away.
Oh, don't go.
Just scared her. God, I miss you.
I'm sorry.
No, don't. It's just so good to see you here, Rose.
I just can't help feeling like it's my fault that you're unhappy and I'm unhappy. And...
No. No blame, no guilt. I didn't come here to brush you or to make you feel bad, okay? I came here to see if you're okay, and how you are. And, also to give you this.
What is it?
This is a song I wrote.
Jeffrey, that's wonderful.
Well, I tell you what, why don't you listen to it before you pronounce judgment on it? Actually, this is more like it's a work in progress, you know. But maybe, yes, one day it will be wonderful.
Thank you. I can't wait to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so glad that you're playing again.
Yeah, me too. So, how's everything? Are you well? And
Yeah, Scott says I'm fine, really.
that's good. And, TJ, you see him at all?
I don't think now is...
I want to know. I want to know.
I've run into him a couple of times at Armani and on the beach, accidentally, but... I meant it when I told you I was trying to sort things out, Jeffrey.
I know. And I know that you had feelings for TJ, but look, whatever they were, whatever they are, I don't see how they can be as strong as what we feel for each other, and as strong as our life together. So just don't forget that, okay, while you're working this out. Hey, just remember how much I love you and how much I need you in my life.
They're coming around the turn now. Kelly's lad is on the inside. Twisted Reason is on the rail, and Never Too Early is in the lead by a length.
tried not to do this. I couldn't stay away.
All I think about is you. I love you, Kelly.
I see them writing on the wall, so look into my soul. It's not the passion that I feel. We've both been here before. I need you. Too late to worry where we go from here. Tonight I need you more.
By a nose, never too early second, and Twisted Reason close in third.
Idden?
Oh, did I wake you?
No, sweetheart, no. I was just reading. You okay?
Jeffrey was here. Climbed in my window.
Really?
We've been out in the gazebo talking.
Well, did it help?
Nothing seems to help.
Look, sweetheart, been through enough trauma these days that it'll throw anybody for a loop, you know that.
All I seem to be able to do is to make everyone unhappy.
Wait. What is this, everyone? What are you talking about, everybody?
Not all the players in this are your favorite people. Are you sure you want to talk with me about
I want to
this?
help you any way I can. Now, what is it?
I wish you could.
What did Jeffrey say?
He wants me to come back home. He wants everything to be the way it was.
And what do you want?
I want to be relieved of all this pressure. I want to be able to decide what I want without hurting anybody.
Oh, darling, if it was only that easy. Think it's possible?
I don't know. I can't seem to make up my mind about anything anymore.
Let me ask you a question. Do you love him? Do you love Jeffrey?
Yes. But I'm not sure if that loving him's enough anymore.
Got another question for you. Do you love someone else a little more?
I have very strong feelings for TJ, but I don't know if they're love. I'm not sure if I can love anybody anymore.
Oh, come on now. Getting down to yourself is not going to help anything, baby.
Daddy, you and Mama were able to get over your problems. How did you do it?
I don't know. I'm not sure we even have gotten past them. I mean, your mother doesn't seem to think so anyway. Baby, the only thing I can tell you for sure is that finding the one person that you love is so rare, so unique and so wonderful that when it happens, you should treasure it with everything you've got in your soul. I mean, you can be with somebody for a day, you can be with somebody for a month, it doesn't mean anything.
That's not what I'm doing. I don't want you to think that.
Hello.
Evening, it's TJ. I'm sorry for calling so late, but I really need to talk to Kelly. It's important.
Hold on a second. TJ.
I can't.
Can't talk to you right now, TJ. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I heard the operation was a success. You still think my dad was wrong?
He's a genius. I've never seen anything like what I saw in this room tonight.
That's the way most doctors react the first time they see him at work.
I thought you hated him. But tonight you've been his biggest
Scott,
cheerleader.
no. No, I don't hate him. I hate his ego and I hate the way he treats people, but I respect his brilliance. Scott, is that hard for your ego?
No. What's hard for me is that you won't tell him about us. No, I know you're not doing it to protect me, Heather. I think you're doing it to protect your relationship with him. And that doesn't say much for what we have going now, does it?
The success of the surgery will be determined in her recovery. But it went very smoothly, and I don't anticipate any further back problems.
And all this pain she's having, will that be gone?
After a few weeks at most. But she shouldn't have really any need for drugs or medication of any kind after this.
May I see her?
No, she'll sleep through the night now. In fact, there's really no point in any of you waiting around.
How long is she going to have to stay in the hospital?
About 3 weeks. Maybe longer, depends.
Thank you, Doctor.
Good night.
Night.
So, we're obviously looking at a rather lengthy recuperation.
Look, Cruz, she wants Chip to stay with me, and that's the way it'll be until she tells me otherwise. Good night.
We'll just let him go.
Sure, but I'm not going to let this go. I mean, who the hell does he think he is? I am Chip's father, and I'm getting sick and tired of not having even a slight say in his life.
Well, then do something about it.
Like what?
We can fight for him. We can file for joint custody. We can go to court if you'd like.
You mean that?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you.
I'm Tom Brokaw. Tonight on NBC Nightly News from Atlanta, the Democratic National Convention. Jesse Jackson's electrifying speech to this convention, preaching the politics of hope, calling for party unity. How will that affect the Democrats' chances come November? Also, now it's the turn of Michael Dukakis. What does his campaign have in mind for the final 2 days of this convention? How do they introduce Dukakis to the nation? Tonight on NBC Nightly News.